Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bible class. Today we're in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 9, and we've got another story about David. So last time we talked about David, he'd already become king. David's a pretty busy guy fighting the Philistines and being king and ruling over his country. But one day he's sitting and he thinks about his friend Jonathan. And you remember Jonathan was his best friend. He was the son of Saul. And Jonathan was killed the same time that Saul was. So one day, David is thinking about Jonathan and missing him and feeling sad. So today you find out what David does with that sadness. Here's the story. When David became king, he remembered the promise he had made to King Saul's son Jonathan, who had been his best friend, to show kindness to his family and descendants. Jonathan and Saul had both died in battle against the Philistines. David asked his advisers, "Is there anyone belonging to Saul's family to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" A servant of Saul, called Ziba, was summoned. The king asked Ziba, "Is there anyone still alive from Saul's family to whom I can show God's kindness?" Ziba replied, "There is Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, who is lame in both feet." Mephibosheth had been a young child at the palace when a messenger ran to announce news of King Saul's death and that the Philistines were coming. His nurse picked him up and fled, but as she turned to leave, he fell and became disabled. "Where is Mephibosheth?" the king asked. Ziba explained that Mephibosheth was living at Lo Debar. David sent for him. Mephibosheth arrived at the palace in fear, not knowing what David would do to him. "Don't be afraid," David told him, "for I will show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan." Mephibosheth bowed and said, "Who am I that you should notice a dead dog like me?" The king summoned Ziba and said, "I have given Mephibosheth everything that belonged to Saul and his family. You and your 15 sons and 20 servants are to farm the land for him and bring in the crops to provide for him." David then told Mephibosheth that he would always eat at the king's table with the king's sons and be treated like one of them. From that day, all the members of Ziba's household became servants of Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem and always ate at the king's table. So David had lost someone he loved very, very much. He had lost Jonathan, his very best friend. And now that Jonathan was gone, David had had many years without Jonathan, and he still missed him. His heart was still sad because his friend was gone. David found something to do with that sadness and with the love that he still had for his friend Jonathan. He took that love and used it to show someone else kindness. And we can do that too. We can take our love that we have for people or pets or anyone and use that same love, even when the person is not there or the pet is not there anymore. We can take that love to show kindness to someone else. So today's kindness we're going to use to help birds. So most everybody has birds in their lives, outside the window, in the park, and we're going to make bird treats. So what you need is, you need some bird seed, a cup of bird seed. You're going to need some unflavored gelatin, and we just need one envelope of that. This is not the kind with sugar and flavor and stuff, not Jello. It's just unflavored gelatin, and some cookie cutters or cupcake papers, or even just little bowls. Take a quarter cup, 1/4 cup, that's this much, water, boiling water. So you'll need some adult help with this to get boiling water, and you'll mix it with the gelatin and let it dissolve, and then stir in the birdseed, and then we'll use the cookie cutters or cups or papers to mold the cupcakes. And if you have some string that you want to use to tie up the birdseed and hang it off a tree, you could do that too. Okay, so to make the bird treats, we're going to start with 1/4 cup of boiling water. This is very, very hot. So you want a grown-up to help you with that. And we're going to use it to dissolve 1 envelope of this dry gelatin powder. Okay, so we'll pour in the boiling water and stir it until it dissolves. Okay, now it's kind of syrupy. That's what we want. And now we're going to add 1 cup of birdseed. And I've already measured this birdseed out to be 1 cup. 1 cup of birdseed. So let's see, I'll pour it in here to start with, just to get it mixed up a little bit. You want the birdseed to be all sticky. Go ahead and pour it out here. All right. So we're going to stir in all the birdseed so it gets all sticky. And now we're going to pour the birdseed with the sticky gelatin all over it into a mold. So I've got some heart-shaped cookie cutters here. I'm just going to spray them with cooking spray. And I've got this cat-shaped cookie cutter. And I've got some of these paper baking cups. So let's see, we'll start filling up. Now if we want to add a string, we can do that. What we do is we fill the cookie cutter halfway and then pack in some more birdseed. And then when it dries, the string will be inside and it'll hang pretty well. All right, so this little birdseed cup. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll try it. All right, so let's try the cat-shaped one. It would be funny to see birds eat a cat, huh? All right. Okay. Now we just have to let them dry. I don't think that's going to work very well. Let's see if we can put a rubber band around it. Yeah, I think that'll work better. Put a little rubber band around it. Just pack it in. And we'll let it sit for a couple hours. All right, off we go. So Mephibosheth got to live in David's palace. David felt good that he was able to take care of Jonathan's son Mephibosheth because he loved his friend Jonathan. And so he was able to take care of Mephibosheth and love Mephibosheth and his family too. When Jesus talked to Peter right before he went back to heaven, Jesus told Peter, "Take care of my sheep." He asked Peter, "Do you love me?" Peter said, "Yes, Lord, I do." And Jesus said, "Well, take care of my sheep." He asked him again, "Peter, do you love me?" Peter said, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." And again, he asked him the third time, "Do you love me?" And Peter said, "Yes, of course I do." And Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." And Jesus wasn't talking about actual sheep, like sheep. He wasn't talking about animals. He was talking about the people that Jesus had taken care of while he was here. And just like David showed his love for Jonathan by taking care of Mephibosheth, we can show our love for Jesus by taking care of other people. So we got a couple songs, and you might remember some of them. The first one is about love. And this little treat here is shaped like a heart, and that reminds us of love. And we're going to give this treat away to a bird, right? Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Love is like a lucky penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Give it away and you'll have plenty, you'll end up having more. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. So when you give away your bird treat, that's showing love to the birds. The next song we've sung before, it's "The Time to Be Happy Is Now." The time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make others happy. And we'll have a little heaven down here. The time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make others happy, and we'll have a little heaven down here. That's hard to sing very fast. I'll run out of breath. I'll try it again. How fast can you sing it? The time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. And the way to be happy is to make others happy, and you'll have a little heaven down here. Well, my hands couldn't sing it very fast, but that's the song. So if you could make someone else happy today or this week, that will make Jesus happy. That's showing kindness makes Jesus happy, and it shows our love for Jesus. Let's talk to God. Dear God, thank you so much for everything you've given us. Thank you for the people that are in our lives, and thank you for the love that we can show them. Thank you for giving us Jesus, and please help us to show kindness to other people so that we can show our love to you and for other people. And thank you that even when we're sad, when we lose someone, we can take that sadness and the love for the people that we've lost and turn it into good things by showing kindness to other people. Thank you for everything, Lord, and please be with us all. And please forgive us. In your Son's holy and precious name, amen. Thanks. Hope you have a great week. Bye.